Alright, hi chat. Hold up. Let me kill that. Head over here and go over here. There we go. Hello. I apologize for the stream being late. I am chronically indecisive. Someday I will be good at deciding what game to play in a reasonable time. Like, I know I didn't oversleep for once. I was actually awake at my start time. I just had no idea what the fuck I'm doing. But, you know, the more I think about it, there's something about today that just really has me in the mood to kill demons, you know? Something about today in particular. I can't quite put my finger on it without getting my channel deleted, but I'll let people figure that out. This is the meta puzzle of the stream, but but I guess I might I don't know. I'm out of things to say. Actually, no, yesterday. I apologize for just complete radio silence yesterday. My family was having a rough time, and I was kind of needed to just like help around the house, and I just was not present. I was not present for the race. Did I just say something interesting? Neighbor's birthday party, more like everyone in the house is disabled kind of day. Oh yeah, I just said there's something about today that really makes me want to kill demons. Something about today in particular, but I feel like I can't elaborate without, you know, without getting the stream deleted. I'm sure y'all are smart. You get it. Anyway, I'm hopping right into Endless. Am I still blind? Do I feel like just going straight into blind? That's what your birthday party was joking about? Ah. You know what? Let's just jump straight into blind. I don't usually do this. I'm probably going to fail this puzzle, but bro did cure one corruption, allegedly. Well, that makes that sentence physically possible. Thank you, Plague Doctor. 2 pairs of evils. I guess I should probably read out the thing. We got 1, 2, 1 on the top left. Reading going from right to left because order of suspicion. And then we do not have nighttime on this puzzle. Could have a witch. I should probably be cognizant of that. 1 is evil, 2, 6, or 8. Well, I want to flip those then, because Empress info is very powerful. That's a judge. Gemcrafter who's backing up the Alchemist. Oh yeah, that's a good point. This knitter is claiming we have everyone in a row. Knight not corrupted saying stab me in the chat. Or we have a puppeteer. In fact, we do have a puppeteer. It may not be 5 or 6, but it does exist. So that actually makes this knitter a little more likely. You're dizzy. You're 3 cards away, and we don't have a witch. Now that's suspicious. It could be a shaman. It could be a shaman. Jump Boots says number 4 is the real wave beam. Number 4 is an Empress. Okay. So, we definitely have a puppeteer. We could have a shaman, which is the only reason I'm not immediately stabbing. Wait a minute. Oh, how does multiple alchemists work? Okay, if my understanding of how alchemists work is correct, and these alchemists are both real, then this is always evil. Allow me to explain that statement. As far as I'm aware, alchemists activate in descending order. Which means in order for this one to see a corruption while this one didn't, the corruption that this one saw must have been exactly here. Assuming this is a shaman and they're both real, which admittedly is a lot to assume. Let's just try this. Well, that disproves that theory. Or this is not a real plague doctor. But I kind of trust that this is a real plague doctor. We have a puka. Okay, so you're lying, and you're never corrupted, so you're evil. Right, puppet alchemists can lie. I think these two are hard. Wait a minute, one is good. Well, that means one is not good because you're corrupted. But these two are hard confirmed villagers because they're in a lying oracle's information. Let me go consider this. Oh. Yeah, the puppet alchemist can lie. It's a bug currently. What the puppet alchemist is trying to say is that he cured 0 corruptions because of how the alchemist used to work. That's an oversight. How is the knitter true now? Well, hold up. There's 2 possibilities. Because I don't know where this plague doctor, by the way, who is good. I don't know where this wait a minute. But you're not in the Empress info. So the plague... Okay, hold up. Yeah, Hunter in seat 9 is on something. One of 2 things is true. The plague doctor corruption landed here. And one of these 2 is actually evil. Or the plague doctor corruption landed here, and this is just evil. So I'm gonna actually check. Yeah, one of these two is corrupted and the other is... Yeah, okay, it's just a 50-50. Plague Doctor corrupted one of these 2. But hold up, that also means this is always lying. Which actually doesn't really help. Yeah, I don't think I can distinguish this anymore. Wait. Nope, you don't reach far enough. Wait a minute. If you're claiming there's 1 corruption or... Wait a minute. Yep, lying alchemist. It's not... Well, here's the thing. 2 pairs of evil could be 1 pair, 2 pair, or it could be 1 pair, 2 pair. But I figured out if 4 is evil, then 3 is lying. Oh yeah, that too. I found a much more complicated way to get to that solution. This puppeteer is saying there's 1 corruption around it. That means there is either 0 or 2 corruptions around it. There can't be 2 corruptions around it. I don't think... Wait. No, there's no way to get 2 corrupt... Wait, there is a way to get 2 corruptions. Hear me out. Plague Doctor, Poisoner, poisoned. That works. Which means there's actually a reason to do this. Okay, that disproves that idea. Which means neither of these are corrupted, and this is lying. There we go. It was just a regular-ass minion the whole time. And the Plague Doctor did corrupt this. We only had 2 pieces of true information in that puzzle. Despite the puppet. They really need to fix that. That's probably one of the biggest problems with this game right now. I also love the puppeteer and puppet disguising as the same thing. Great job, puppet. Okay, we've got 111 and we do have nighttime. 8's a real architect. I don't know why I saw 8 and then said 4. Something need more sleep. This is possible. This seems correct so far. Well, thanks, Lilith. So this is hard confirmed real knight. That's hard confirmed wretch. That's objectively true hunter. That's the knight we knew was there. And there's an architect. Okay. Just tab 7 to be sure. Lilith already did that for me. This seems correct. This is also, I think, objectively correct. Unless it's a puppet. But it can't be a puppet, because neither of these could be a puppeteer. Let me just try this. Okay. Well, that means 8's not a real architect. Wait. Oh, it's a... Right, because I was thinking it couldn't be these two, because then this was telling the truth. Consider the following. Wretch. Okay, that was just wretch blindness. That happens. Yeah, right and left both include the center. I'm not gonna stab you because we have 3 evils and any one of them could be corrupting this. Also an outcast, which could be a plague doctor corrupting this. Also, you could just be drunk. We also do not have nighttime. I should lean out of the way every puzzle. You're dizzy. That's a little suspicious. Yeah, the truth was that both sides were equally evil, is what that architect should have been saying. Jester. 7 or 8. Okay, we've got a regular ass minion and he's over here. Slayer. Druid. Hunter who is severely accusing this dreamer. And an objectively false statement. Okay, well now that I know this, I think I am actually going to stab this knight. The knight was a puppet. I don't think I've seen that before. Imagine if I stabbed that first. Okay, well, you're confirmed good. Where's the outcast? Okay, we have a ba. Where's the outcast, though? Try this. Oracle or drunk? I think this is a double liar. Wait, no, but then how would you be corrupted? I think... Hold on, because I was thinking this was the drunk, which would mean this is not the Oracle? That is what the dreamer was saying. Okay. Puppeteer going for butt. Yeah. The nice ability is that it can't be stabbed. You'd think. Yeah, I mean, that would make the game unwinnable, so that's why. Okay, so I am impressed I managed to digest what this dreamer was saying. Oh yeah, the puppet's not in the count. Neither is the lycanthrope, or the werewolf, rather. The count only shows how many evils there should be, regardless of how many end up existing. I didn't even use this jester. That was another way I could have disambiguated it, but the dreamer is more fun, so... 1-2-1, no Lilith, or no nighttime. I was gonna say no, Lilith and nighttime are not synonymous anymore. The lycanthrope exists. Well, we found a rambler, allegedly. I'm not gonna flip it in case there's a witch. Yeah, that's how killed ended up at 4 of 3, because puppet. 9's a real judge, apparently. That's a druid. That's a second outcast, but we could very easily have a chancellor right here. We don't. This knight's confirmed good. Jester. Judge. And we don't have a witch, so I will flip You up? Okay. I am immediately extremely suspicious of this plague doctor. Nope. You're real. Let me try this. You're real. If I get a 3 on this... Okay. So how... Okay. You're claiming this is just the entire evil team. Okay. How does this happen? But wait a minute. This has to be evil. Yeah, this just has to be evil because here's the thing. The only way we would get 2 real outcasts, we would need a chancellor. This is confirmably real. Neither of these are confirmably true. Neither of you are chancellors. The truth value of shut up, it's the same as what it would be. But here's the thing. In order for... Well, hold up. Yeah, if this was a real Rambler, one of these would have to be a chancellor, which means that they would have to be lying next to a real Rambler, which would mean they would be sharing their info instead of saying shut up, which means they're not chancellor, which means this Rambler cannot be real. Also, hi Lyran, thank you for the raid. Sorry, I'm the Rambler apparently. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amada. I play a lot of Metroidvanias, a lot of puzzle games, a lot of randomizers. Today we're playing Demon Bluff. Anyway, I was just explaining in a very complicated way that this Rambler cannot be real. And if this Rambler is not real, then these two are both liars. I think this Jester might just be correct. Nope. Damn it. Yeah, that is true. Liars will tell an evil Rambler to shut up. Truth tellers will tell a good Rambler to shut up. Is how Rambler works. I should have... I was thinking Poisoner here poisoned True, but I should have realized that... I guess Puka here poisoned True also could have worked. But what did the Plague Doctor hit? Oh, this. Oh, I was trusting you and the Plague Doctor hit you. Yeah, Plague Doctor hit this and Puka hit these. And then this was just real. Yeah, it's based on truthiness, not based on alignment. Okay, we've got 111 no nighttime. Witness is claiming number 4 has been affected. Interesting. We have a witch, good to know. We have a witch and Ba. This is basically no longer blind mode. Wait, now hold up. You cannot both be true. I think you also have to be true. Unless there's a second Plague Doctor, I think you have to be true and you also have to be real. Well, you're either corrupted or evil. 2 is evil? I'd believe that. Oh, the witch is dead. Which means 3 cards away is 1, 2, 3. But this is corrupted, so it's just 6. I didn't even have to flip it. What were you? You were a judge. What were you? Oh, Empress also would have solved that. Okay. I love when I can solve puzzles before I even flip all the information. 111 and we do have nighttime. Why is the marking thing up? There we go. An investigator. We don't see those very often. Hunter. Clockwise. Lilith. And we can just flip everything. You're dizzy. Hmm. Here's something I can say. Regardless of the truthiness of this medium, this is huge information that this was a Slayer. And this, actually, wait, hold up, no, this is a Slayer, and it is real, wait. No, not necessarily. It could have been a doppelganger, and then this would be lying. I'm gonna try that. Okay. But this could also be a fake Slayer. Alright, and thank you for the red, Lyran. I appreciate it. You go take care of yourself. Okay, first things first, why are you corrupted? Because we have a Lilith and... You're saying the evils are adjacent. What if it's just these two? Then you're lying. What if it's these two and you're drunk? I think it might just be these two and you're drunk. Puppeteer. No, it was these two. This was a puppet and you were a lycanthrope and correct. Yeah, a shaman could have existed. That's why I didn't immediately stab this Slayer, because a shaman could have existed, a doppelganger could have existed. The investigator actually solved the puzzle. Bro was actually telling the truth. I did not expect that. 1, 2, 1. Why does this keep popping up? We got 1, 2, 1, and we do not have nighttime? There we go. Well, that's a wretch. If we see another outcast, we either have a chancellor or a stab. 4 is good. Okay. We'll see how true that is. 2 evils adjacent. That's spicy. No corrupted characters. That... I have no reason to not believe that. Second judge. That could be real. Second lover. That's a little less likely to be. It could still be real. No, it can't. Yes, it can. Okay. So my first thought is, this is absurd. Let's make it all real. Let's say we have a shaman and a doppelganger and a chancellor. Which is an absurd thing to be saying, but... Wait, but if we have a shaman and a doppelganger and a chancellor, then this... And a puka, sure, and a puka. So we make one of these the puka to corrupt this. We put the... Okay, here, hold up. Puka, corrupted. Wait, but then there's corrupted... Puka, doppelganger, so it's not corrupted. Evil. I hate that this works. I hate that this works. This should not... No. Why does this work? Okay, you should accuse you of lying. Yep. You should say you're telling the truth. I think I found it. If I stab this druid and it's a puka... Okay. You're true. And the entire... Well, hold up. You're confirmably lying now. Backtrack everything. This druid is real. Well, let me just do this. No outcasts. I think this lover is just evil. Yeah. Maybe my whole chancellor created a doppelganger and there's a puka and a shaman situation was a little too complicated. These two are also on different teams. Oh yeah, 2 is also, this is confirmed. Right, good point. Thanks for pointing that out, chat. That also makes this a lot harder, unless this is just evil. If this is evil, then it's just these two, which does work very nicely, so I think I'm gonna just stab you. Shit. I should have thought that through a little harder. God damn it. Wow, Ba and Twinions, and it got me? Really? The Team Dingus actually won. And 6 was telling the truth. I really thought there was a Puka for some reason. Wow. Damn. Oh well. Oh, 111, no nighttime. Empress that I will flip into. These are some very spicy things in the Empress information. That is a Bombardier. Fortune teller. Oh wait, who says 8 is a real oracle, but we'll never get to know because... Well, hold up. Let me just try this. Okay. I had to try that. So... This... Oh, God. Well, if I do this, it says false. What if it's just you? What if it is just you? It's not you. Well, hold up. This is confirmed real. Unless we... Oh, nope. It's not confirmed. We could have a Chancellor. Incoming lost streak? Probably. Okay, you're one... You know what? Puka. Fuck. God damn it. Not even gonna think about that one. Okay, we got 111 and we do have nighttime. Maybe I'm better at Lilith puzzles. Maybe. Why is my model lagging so much? What? Hello? Next studio, you good? Entire PC, you good? Entire PC should be good. Let me close a couple things. Some shit updating? Is Steam being silly? Just close that. Bombardier, presumably real. Slayer, presumably real. Dreamer, who I get to use. That's a very spicy thing to be saying, but... Hold up. That is actually a very spicy thing to say. Because what that means is we have a Chancellor and a Drunk. Not in these two seats, but they exist. Their right side's more evil. I find that quite challenging. Unless... Okay. I have to. You're real. Closest evil that way. Well, that's just not true. So... yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now, for right side to be more evil... Hold up. This is also just... I was gonna say this is confirmed real. Wait. Chancellor or drunk. So yeah, I was thinking this could be Chancellor or drunk. No, it can't because of what the streamer said. So this is also just true at this point. We also, I think, know that the streamer is lying, which means I think you're the drunk created by this Chancellor. Shit. Okay, well, let's do this now that I have a confirmed role. Okay, never mind. You're just evil. What? Oh, I didn't think about Chancellor who created a bombardier, and then this was the fucking drunk. God damn it. Okay, well, clearly I left my brain somewhere that's not the stream. I really thought that dreamer was lying. Okay, this is a spicy puzzle. We've got 1, 2, 1, and no nighttime. And the left side is more evil, apparently. Jester. 4, 6, or 10? Well, that's a bombardier. Lover. I kind of believe you. I believe you, but I'm not gonna stab you yet, because what if this is a Chancellor? Never. Okay, I don't know which side's the puppet, but one of these is a puppet. It also confirms you and you. Wait. Dreamer? I think this Slayer just... Oh, that's good. The puppet just killed its own puppeteer. That is good. Okay, we've got a pair of evils. And the real Slayer... The real Slayer, allegedly. I'm gonna just quickly check this. 2 evils. That seems exceptionally believable. Now, there is one thing I need to consider. Plague Doctor corrupted. Evil. But then what are you saying? There is something else I need to consider. It's not just you. Check these. Slayer or Puka? I think that's what you would say when they're both real. This is also just confirmed true. Wait, we have a Puka. Where the hell do you put a Puka on this board? There has to be a Puka. Oh my god, I see where you put a Puka on this board. Wait, but that means Slayer has to be a lie. Okay. I think it's this. I kill this and it's a Puka. Oh my god, okay. And then you're... who knows? Minion. That was a tough one. Yeah, the left side actually was more evil. What were you on about, chat? You weren't trusting the architect. I wasn't trusting the fucking architect either, but I was just I was looking at this dreamer saying Puka and just asking myself, where the actual fuck do you put a Puka? Yeah, I don't have ranges on, because it's more fun that way, in my opinion. Alright, 1, 1, 1, no knight, and a bombardier. It all seems real so far. Executed for crime of not being a baker. That also means I think it's just you. Yep. Great job, you two. Yeah, that's the kind of puzzle I'm used to in this game. 111, and we do have night. Okay, wretch. Architect pointing away from the wretch. That's spicy. Poisoner exists. Two evils adjacent? I kind of do not believe that. I believe that one even less. Okay, well, that's... Okay. 6 is good? Well, that's true. Which also means this is true. So this is definitely lying, but we do have a poisoner somewhere. What if it's just these two? What if it's just... Hold up. Evil, evil, corrupted. True. I like this. No. You. There we go. That one was a little tricky. I was trying to make this architect true. If it was these two and this was corrupted. Oh yeah, I should have known immediately that this wasn't possible when I saw the poisoner here. I was thinking Puka. I forgot there's a freaking Lilith again. Look, it's just Lilith blindness. This is normal. All right, we've got 112. That's an interesting layout. No nighttime. Investigator. Wretch is there's a wretch. That is a lie. You're not pointing at the wretch. Are you pointing at 9? You are. I should probably... I'm gonna skip 8 just in case there's a witch. That's 2 judges. Okay. Okay, and we have a Puka. That is big information. I'm seeing 2 face-up outcasts, and I'm very tempted to just believe them. So here's the question. Why are you saying that? Because this is a Puka? I don't have enough... Okay, I think... Oh, God. Well, we know this is a lie. So this is now also a lie. Okay, I think... Corrupted. Well, that means I think this is then the Puka. It's either a Puka or a poisoner, because we don't have a plague doctor and it wasn't drunk. Shit. Wait, you were saying 3 was telling the truth. God fucking damn it. I thought you said different things. Am I stupid? I thought one of them said they were lying. I could have sworn they were saying different things. I could have sworn one said true, the other said false. I could have sworn you said false a few seconds ago. I think I might just be stupid, but... Yeah, I think I'm corrupted. You thought they both said true? Okay, I think I'm just corrupted at this point. My bad. There was too much corruption. One of them hit me. All right, we got 111 and nighttime. We have... Okay, this is presumably Lilith's Twinion. Could be something else. You're dizzy. Well, if this is Lilith's Twinion, I can just... You're corrupted. Because it's actually Puka Twinion Lycanthrope. Huh? Right, the fucking confessor can't lie. Okay, that was a brain fart on my end. I forgot the confessor is always true. That's not how the judge works. Oh my god. Whoops. Okay, I am not as awake as I usually am, clearly. We got 111 and nighttime. That's a Slayer. That's a Lover. The Jester. And that is a Lycanthrope. A little suspicious of this Alchemist. We have a Witch. One or three. Well, that actually lines up with this. Wait, how are you corrupted? This can't be evil because it's true. Because this is Puka. That's the only way. Yep. Okay. And then this was corrupted and bro cured it. Okay. My brain's working again. I think this might have... This is a 6-card village, which means it's a 6-card just a demon. I think in Endless, a 6-card village has to be Puka. Well, that's just not possible. Which means that the Puka is around here. Wait, hold up. This is confirmably not Puka. I think this is just the Puka. Outcast? Okay, I need to flip the rest of the board. Okay, well, here's something I can say. This is a true statement. Now, how the fuck are you saying outcast in this situation? Okay, new plan. Puka, corrupted, drunk. Shit. Same thing, but the Puka's here and the drunk is here? Wait. That has to be you. It has to be you. God damn it. How I cannot believe that investigator was telling the truth. Wow, that was a really hard 6-card village. 101 and nighttime. I don't think I've seen this combination before. Killing half the village and still winning. Look, one of them was drunk. No evils adjacent. That seems very plausible. Right side more evil? That seems very impossible. 2 or 3 is an outcast. I thought that I thought that the investigator was drunk because I just didn't foresee that being possible. 7 was affected by an evil. Oh, Holly, thanks for the resub. How do I make the right side more evil? Because this is evil because you're pointing that way and this is the werewolf? Nope. Fuka. Okay. And then this was true when it was said, but now there's a werewolf. This is objectively true. And this is objectively werewolf. There we go. Okay. Yep, just in time for my stabby murder rampage. Where have I cleared a single puzzle without stabbing an innocent today? I don't know, but... Okay, 111, we do not have nighttime. We do have an original baker. Here to use your consumables, the innocent. Yeah, you see, Holly gets it. 2 judges, that is suspicious, but not impossible. You were a poet, that's suspicious. That is a lie. And you, in fact, I think... Yeah, okay. We have a shaman? Oh god, that means one of 2 things. Well, hold up. 8's not good. Oh, we had a doppelganger. Okay. Hey, look, I solved a puzzle without killing any innocents. And that's just what happens when you put Ba in charge of the evil team. Okay. It was a doppelganger shaman. Both double claims were real. And if you're wondering where the second double claim is, bro is claiming to have been a poet. There's already a poet, but this was the shaman pair, and then the judges was a doppelganger pair. Okay. Oh god, we have 1, 2, 1, and nighttime. Well, original baker. Yeah, ignore that time I got destroyed by Ba and the Twinions. That didn't happen. Okay, this is a rambler, so I'm going to skip past it. Presumably true baker? Confirmably true baker. Because Lilith just killed it. Also, hi Lilith. Which also means we should see another baker somewhere. There's one. Claiming to have been a gem crafter. Next to a dizzy confessor. That's being pointed at by a bishop. And we have a witch. That's true, the Rambler did shut up. Okay. So I have a theory. No. Okay, well, let's just look at this. You're actually just always true, which means this is actually just always evil. Okay. I had it backwards. Which means you are presumably good? Okay. Yeah, and the reason I knew this was confirmably true is because if it's lying, it has to point at 3 villagers, and this was claiming to be a rambler, which is an outcast, so it just had to be... It had to be real. Okay. I think this is a 50-50. Wait. Okay, but you're corrupted. That's how you're saying that. Yeah, good slayer will only kill evils. Evil slayer will never kill anything. So I think this is a 50-50 at this point. Because Lilith could be 5 and Lilith could also be 9. Well, I'm going to stab 9. Right, we have a witch and a Lilith, and it has to be both of them. Never mind. I'm good at this game, I promise. I totally know what the difference between 2 and 3 is. Okay, we got 1, 2, 1, no knight, and 10 cards. And a judge. Look at my DMs. You can't just... No, I don't have Discord open. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Okay, we got Judge, Jester. 9 is a real knight, you say? Why are you also a knight? I don't know about corruption yet, so I'm not gonna go stabbing them. That's a plague doctor. Left side more evil? One pair of evil. Slayer. Knight. Jester. Okay, so let me just think about this here. We have 2 double claims, one of which being pointed at by a medium poet. Well, really now. Okay, we have a shaman. Let me just try this. Okay, you're real, but also we have a shaman, which means these are both real. That also means you're lying. You could be corrupted. I'm still gonna stab. God damn it. We found the plague doctor. Not necessarily. 3 was lying, but also you're real. I should have... Whatever. Well, hold up. We now have enough known information to... Wait, no, but I know both of these jesters are good. I'm gonna just try something. Nope. Okay. Okay. So, I don't think this can be evil. It can be corrupted, but it's never evil. Wait. No, it can't be. Wait. Oh, that's a good question. Does an evil slayer lie? I think so. I'm not actually sure how a slayer's truthiness works. That was a stupid idea to judge that. Okay, so confirm. We have 2 confirmed pieces of information. You say 3. Well, that is actually just a lie. So you are maybe corrupted? You have to be real. Actually, that means, yeah, you are corrupted. Let me check the same information. You also have to be corrupted? I think this is just the puka. Yup. Puka corrupting both parts of the shaman. Oh, that's funny. The 3rd bottle of milk in your refrigerator. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, hold up. If 8's saying truth, according to a puka we know is a puka who's definitely lying, you ain't real. Okay. There we go. That was a spicy one. I don't think I've ever seen a shaman pair get double corrupted, but wow, the bro was telling the truth. Okay, 1, 1, 1, no knight, 8 cards. An enlightened who's saying that way. It means this should be true. It is true. Your hands have no clip. We have a rambler. And we have this witness. Couldn't have added the fridge entrance to the We were joking about that. How many streams ago was that joke? I don't even remember. Okay. The entrance to the trash can. Okay, this is too many Rambler. Okay, we don't have a witch. Okay, so here's something I can say. These are not both real Ramblers. Hold up. Let me just try and imagine a world where this witness... It is possible that this witness is telling the truth. Here's how we get this witness... Thank you. Thanks for interrupting me. Yeah, five being a puppet. We have puppet, puppeteer. Then you have to be lying. It's possible. I think both Ramblers hold up. Can both Ramblers be fake? Well, hold up. Let me just do this. The Plague Doctor's real. You have no idea what this game... Yeah, it's basically... Oh no, add jail. Okay. Well... I think... Does this solve it? I think this tells me this is evil. Chancellor... Plague Doctor corrupted. Puppeteer puppet. Bah. Then you're lying. We put Bah here, and then this is the Plague Doctor corruption? This works. Chancellor. Corrupted. Wait, hold up. This has to be real now. Okay. That was so much easier than I thought it would be. As soon as I realized that this was a Chancellor, then this Rambler had to be real. I was thinking both Ramblers could have been fake. Wait, no, we don't... Okay, that was brain fart on my part. 112 in nighttime. Buddy, we just saw you in the last puzzle. That's suspicious, but we'll keep flipping. Okay. Finally, something I can trust. One is evil over there. We have a lycanthrope. Okay, welcome back, good confessor. I've missed you. One pair of evil. We have two poets. What corruption did you cure? Oh, we have a witch. Only took an hour of streaming. Okay, so... Hold up, we have a witch. That's big information, because that means we don't have... Wait, if we have a witch... If we have a witch, this is never true. How did the Ramblers go? The top one was the Chancellor, the bottom one was just real, and then there was a puka to its left. The witness talking about itself was a puka. Wait a minute. Wait, but that's one pair of evil. I have a ridiculous idea. Why are you lying then? Oh, 'cause you're the third evil. This works. And then okay. I think this is technically telling the truth. I think it was corrupted by a puka in seat 8. Well, that makes this a lot. That makes my entire fucking plan fall apart. Wrong logic, right answer? Okay, we also know that the left side is more evil now. Or they're equal. They're probably equal. But this is... What if you're just drunk? What if Buddy is just drunk? I think Bro is just the drunk, and then this is technically true, because there is a corruption around him. Now, it is possible, theoretically, that these two are... No, it's not. Wait. Oh god, how the hell... I don't even know if the lycanthrope turned. Okay. Let's go with the simplest answer. It's just... Wait. I think it is both poets, though. Yeah, it is both poets. Okay, it was both poets, and you were... Okay, so I had the right solution, and I had the wrong evils for all of them, basically. Actually, no, I did think that... I knew this one was the werewolf. I was thinking it was... Puka and, like, I don't know, regular minion. But drunk also works and achieves the same result. 1-2-1, no nighttime. This is going to be spicy. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Not what I want to hear. Plague Doctor is also not what I want to hear right now. That's a dreamer. Wait a minute. How the fuck? One is evil, but 7 is corrupted. I don't think that's possible. Wait, it is. It is possible. No, because if you're lying, you should be pointing... One could be a puppet, that's true. Wait. One can no longer be a puppet. I think this is just an evil Plague Doctor. Yep. Wait a... Okay. We also know this is good. Yeah, okay, so we have... Poisoner and something. That also means... Okay, hold up. This is corrupted. This is not corrupted. And we have... You're getting back to socializing? Enjoy stabbing the village? I will. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. What even was 7? 3 cards away from closest evil, that is just not true. But then Poisoner isn't 2 cards. We have 3 evils to play with. Left side more evil, I believe you. We have a Shaman, and this is the Shaman pair, and this one's corrupted. But I think it's just these. Poet or Shaman? Shaman? Not Poet. There we go. I've still got it. Sometimes. Look, I am just the #1 Dreamer fan at this point. Like, Dreamers always lead to fun puzzles unless it does that bug. No one was corrupted around you. I should mention 111, no nighttime. You could just be real and there is no corruption. 2 cards away from closest evil. That seems... Why are there 2 of you? Could be a doppelganger. Do you 2 cover the entire puzzle? Yes. 2 is a real hunter. Who is a real hunter? Where do you fit an evil in this puzzle? Puka, corrupted. Evil? Yet. Oh wait, no, and there can't be corruption. Is it just these 2 then? I think it's just these 2 then. Nope. These 2? I think it's... Yeah, I think it has to be these 2 now. Wait, but then... Because you're a doppelganger, specifically. Yep. Okay, that was tricky. Looking at my brain cells. Okay. 6 was telling the truth. We had a Shaman pair of alchemists and a doppelganger pair of hunters. Whenever you have Shaman and doppelganger, you get spicy puzzles, especially when you have a 3rd double claim just for fun. 111 and no night. That's a Slayer. What is it with bards and the number 3 today? Fortune Teller. 2nd Slayer. Dreamer. Rambler. Well, okay. That was really bold of me, considering it's 3 cards away from this bard, but... Okay, here's something I can say. We have 2 double claims again. And the Slayers could not kill each other. 12.5 is 1/8. At least the witch didn't hide herself yet. Nidair, you missed at least 2 puzzles where that happened, apparently. Either one of you is... Okay, what if you 2 are just real and this is oops, none dreamers? Ba or Dreamer? Dreamer or Shaman? What if this is the Shaman pair, these are not Dreamers, but then where are we getting corruption? Not that one. So this is telling the truth. That it's Dreamer. So this is Ba. No, I forgot how the fucking Dreamer works. Okay. We had a doppelganger. How are the Slayers the shaman? The answer was they weren't. I forgot how the Dreamer works, unfortunately. This is a diabolical combination, by the way. Okay, I am going to just quickly go to the bathroom. I will be right back, chat. All right, I'm back. How did I manage to do that? What? Okay, there we go. No, if the Slayers were the shaman pair, they would have both been real. It was a doppelganger pair instead. Like I said, doppelganger and shaman, always a terrifying combo. That's a jester. 4 was a finally. It's nice to see a witness pointing at someone other than himself. We got 111 no night for the puzzle setup. 5 is good. This looks a lot like a shaman pair. This looks like a dizzy confessor. This looks like an evil confessor. That's a bombardier, who I trust. Equidistant? I believe it. This still works. It's not a shaman pair. It's a doppelganger created by a chancellor. Yep. Okay. Wow. Enlightened actually solved that puzzle. Constant gust of wind in your window right now? Good lord. The hell kind of weather you got over there? Yeah, I always love when a witness pointing at itself is real. That is just always fun. One, 1, 2, and nighttime. This is scary. That's not a good start. 5 was affected by an evil, you say? I think 9's been affected by an evil now, but this Slayer has been affected, allegedly. That's a Rambler. Oh, shit, we have both. Well, we found our 2 outcasts. 2 pairs? That... Yeah. Oh, God. Minion? I'm trusting you. Puppeteer. Which means this is a puppet. What could 5 have been affected by? You know, let me just try something. Could not. Interesting. If this says false, I'm stabbing the lover. It says shut up. Wait a minute, you're talking. Werewolf. Oh God, does that count as being affected by an evil? I don't think it does. Wait, but yeah, okay, it's... Phew, that was a tough one. Because transforming into a werewolf does count as being affected by an evil, but it hadn't transformed yet. The line is here. Wow, that was Rambler MVP and Lover telling the truth that immediately became false. Oh boy. We got 111 and Knight. Bard saying specifically 5 is corrupted and nobody else. Left side more evil. Good Confessor. Lycanthrope. See if you seem evil. Well, kind of. You kind of look corrupted. What if this is the poisoner that poisoned this? That would be really funny. Closest evil is this way. Okay, we have 3 evils. Well, here's something I can say. That's not true. Okay, I think actually you are just poisoned. This is true unless it's equidistant. You kinda look corrupted. No, this is... I think this has to be true. I think that means this has to be a lie? I think this is a non-corrupted character. Wait, hold up. If this is lying, it has to point to a non-corrupted character. But these are both confirmed good, which means this is evil? Yes. I don't feel... That does sound like a GLaDOS sentence. Okay, so here's the question. How do we fit this... How do we fit a 3rd evil on this board? How do we fit presumably Ba at this stage? Yeah, I mean, yeah, slowly read all claims. Can it be the... It can't be... It can be the architect. Because it probably is just the architect, actually. It's not. It is true. I get it. Hookah corrupted. Whew. That was spicy, but I got it in the end. It can't be the architect. It actually probably is. It's not. Yep. That's an architect moment right there. This did not look real. But it was. Oh god, we have 3 evils. And an outcast. And nighttime. Well, there's the outcast. Why are there 2 of you? Okay. Chancellor or false? Well, you're real. That's what I can say. We really do need an innocents killed counter. Chat, someone set that up for, like, I can't be bothered to... Okay. Have I streamed this game before? Several times. I don't know how many times off the top of my head, but... this could still be real if this... What do you mean 4 outcasts and 2 fake bombardiers, but a confirmed real plague doctor and a wretch who has to be real? This is at least the 6th stream of it? Oh my god. Okay, original Baker. Objectively true statement. Oh. Hi, Lilith. This might just be the dingusiest non-Ba village I've ever seen. What were you? Empress. Oh my god, that was... Okay, yeah, Chancellor missed his whole creating however many outcasts he wants thing, so he just decided to... He decided he wanted to relive the good old 4 outcasts days. But unfortunately his minion picked Bombardier to disguise as. Oh my god. This is one of the funniest puzzles I think I've ever solved. I'm screenshotting this. Let me hide that. Letting the Chancellor relive his glory days. Imagine if that minion picked Rambler. That would have been so much of a harder puzzle. Okay, we've got 111 and Knight. Welcome back. Maybe this one's real. That doesn't bode well. This seems real. This could be real, but it's being pointed at by this hunter. These 2 are kind of corroborating what each other are saying. You look evil. I'm sorry, but I think you're just evil. I hate that this can be evil now. Hold up, what are you pointing at? Well, this is 2 minions. Minion. So, you're evil. Okay. Close. The doppelganger ever copy a baker? I have had that happen before. It's happened on stream. I don't remember which VOD it happened in. But I had it was a 7-card village and 6 of them were bakers. I think. Or it was either 5 or 6 of them were bakers. Close a spoiler. I don't have a spoiler log. Yeah, I'm sad that they got rid of doppelganger baker villages. I really miss those. I guess they're still possible, but they made them massively unlikely, and I don't... Like, I miss that. Those were really fun. Wow. What do you mean my cake probably attracts bakers? What do you mean by this paper? Oh my god. Okay. Well, what I can say is might not be a baker. I would like it if this was a baker puzzle. That would be really funny. Slideshow must default to that picture so often for a reason. I'm finding it hard to argue with this statement. Anyway. Lover who says 1. What do you mean, Stretch? How dare you? And hydrate. Oh my god, pineapple. What do you even mean by this? What do you even mean? Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, great job, Willian. Yeah, I was affected by a baker. Yep. That's probably what happened. That actually would explain something about my genetics. I can't even disagree with what Paper Moon said. I won the genetic lottery in that department. I can't even lie. But okay. Well, I have to try this. Okay, I had to. That was dangerous. This could have been a wretch. A lycanthrope. You mean I don't have enough jiggle? Oh my god. That is true. New model soon. I love my chat sometimes. That is true. That is. Oh my! I just got what Pineapple was saying. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. $14-syllable word. What the heck? Oh my god. Okay, I gotta just. Oh, we have a witch. Seems weak compared to the 4 messages of the time it took to write it. Oh my god. This is a good stream. That is true. New model soon. I may have had some upgrades. I actually genuinely don't remember. It looks... I don't think the geometry's been upgraded, but it kind of looks like it's been upgraded. Wrong lever. Oh my god. Okay, well, I can't concentrate on this, but I gotta concentrate on this damn puzzle. What if this is just Oops Nun Slayers? I think this might just be Oops Nun Slayers. Yep. We have a lycanthrope. Well, this'll never see anything if it's real. Okay. I have one thing to say about my upgrades. Oh no. This is a scary, menacing message to get from Pineapple specifically. I'm gonna sell it. If someone if I get a big enough donation, I might make some posts if I were to be given a significant enough donation. I'll sell out. Okay, 111 and no, and yes night, or yes nighttime. People who are new here will not remember I used to do NSFW content. People who are new here will not know that. That's a plague doctor. That's 2 poets. That is an objectively false statement. Feel like you knew that but forgot? Mr. Oh my God. Okay, so what if you're just the corrupted character and then you're good? This could still be true? Your last brain cell is dying. That checks out. Wait a minute. New plan. Shaman pair. 1 pair of evils. It's between these 2 now. So let's do that. True? I believe you. You don't remember, but you're also surprised? Yeah, it was like very early Amada that did that. I mean, if you're wondering how early it was, I think it was even before. Yeah, it was even before the pastel update. In fact, hold up. I can actually, if you go through my VODs, you can get an approximate time frame because it was after the trans bra straps, but before the color update, before the general lightening of everything. I still had, I had the dark hoodie, but I had the trans color bra straps visible. It was in that era that I did it. Yeah, it's 1. There was 1.0, 1.1, and 1.2, and then there's 2.0 that I'm still using. I think, no, it's actually technically 2.1, I think. Because I had some minor edits done by Holly, who did some, giving me some little upgrades in the face department. And yes, Holly, I'm giving you credit for that, because you did it. You would be in the credits section under my Twitch if I wasn't too lazy to set that up properly. Yeah, you braved the depths of Unity. You hate Unity? That is true. In fact, hold up. Let me just do that. Get shouted out. Because you make your streams are amazing, and I am often lurking in them. Or just straight up active in chat. Also, I may have forgotten I'm a mod there until this exact moment. But I know, I'm a great mod. I keep... Wait, what? What am I even clicked on? There we go. I'm such a great mod. I keep forgetting I'm a mod. This is not just a Holly problem. It doesn't matter where I'm a mod. I forget that I'm a fucking mod. Okay. Druid. Oh god, we have nighttime. Hi. Druid Gemcrafter. Yeah, imagine being a mod. Who would ever... You have to plan 2 debuts? I'm gonna be real. I've been planning this debut since, like, November. And it still hasn't happened. If you're wondering how long I've been working on the 3.0 debut, it might be a 3.1 debut. Forget to plan and just show up. You would do that. Oh god, that's 2 investigators. Also, we have a werewolf, maybe. That's a bombardier. Wait a minute. We have a lycanthrope. I was about to stab you, but we could have a chancellor. I should take 1 damage? I don't take 1 damage. Well... You're either gonna say minion... You say minion. I think this one is a chancellor. Wait, you're a drunk? Well... What the fuck? Oh my god, okay. Also, 6 is not good. What the... God damn it. God damn it. That was just a comedy of errors. Oh my god. I do not know how to play this game, apparently, anymore. 1-1-2, we have a Ba. That's gonna make this easier. Bombardier, who I believe. Bishop, who is either a puppet or 5 is evil. 1 evil adjacent. Objectively true statement. Shaman, which also confirms this. I think it's just this. Yep. I didn't even flip the cards. Okay, I still got it. Who are you? Jester, a confessor, and a high drunk. We'll never get to know what the drunk was claiming to be. Okay. Oh my god. You know, in a world where I had more money, there's a lot more physics in that department on 3.0. Unfortunately, I'm broke and that's never going to be on stream, but in a world where I had money, that would have been a feature of the model. Okay, 1-2-1. Oh god. Start animation when? Probably never. Unfortunately, I just don't... as much as I really wish it did, the model just is not gifted in that department. The Vroid model base does not have very much back there. I would probably be a menace with full 3D tracking, although granted, I spend most of the stream sitting in the chair, and if I stand up for too long, I start to get dizzy, so... But that would be a menace. Yeah, yours is custom from scratch. And I have seen this. Okay, well, hold up. Jiggle to be monstrously flirty. That is true. That is very true. Source, look down. I mean, what? I said nothing. Ooh, Dreamer I actually get to use. Lilith or Doppelganger? Well, this is already a spicy puzzle. Also, hi, Lilith. Hold up. Does this situation confirm it? Is this a self-confirming situation? They could both be evil. Yeah, Lilith does like killing the top card. I don't know what's about that. We have a puppet. And it's either 2 or 6, allegedly. 3 is good? Now, hold up. This does not seem like Hold up. What if this is Doppelganger and this is not Lilith? I just noticed there's two of these. Okay, you've said Lilith about one twice. Oh, we have a witch. Right, I knew that. 3 is lying. Okay, this is probably the last puzzle of the stream. Yeah, I wonder when Demon 4 is something I'm very excited for. Okay, well, you're saying this way. I kinda, what if oops none gem crafter? What if that's what's happening? No, I don't think this enlightened can be telling the truth. That enlightened was telling the truth. This is the witch. 3 is not good, but this could very easily be corrupted. It also does look like Puppeteer Puppet, though. This is objectively true. I think Puppet. Yep, and then this has to be the Puppeteer. We killed the witch. Wait. Yeah, you're evil. Okay, that was... Oh my god, that was a hard puzzle. And given that I got off to a bit of a late start, that is probably going to be it for this stream. That was a good puzzle. With that, that is going to be the end of this stream. Let me go find somebody to raid the Twitch crew over to. To go rebate. Oh my god. It's become a little clear to me that I'm running out of brain. So the question is, who the heck do I want to raid? Non-brain left beef. Yep. Oh god, I have no idea who I want to raid. I haven't raided Astrid in a while. Probably, yeah. Raid a baker. Oh my god. Some of the art in the slideshow make a lot more sense. Yeah. I never claimed to be innocent. Not even slightly. I thought I was going to be a LootTuber when I started. It is, and that's weird to say now, but like, it's just true. You say she has raids on? Okay, phew. Anyway, if y'all want to keep up with all of my shenanigans, you should check out my site, which I just put in all of the chats. I just completely zoned out in the middle of doing my outro. Stream plays and PureTube, folks. This will be the end of stream. Twitch crew, I'm sending y'all over to Astrid, who is currently speedrunning Vampire the Masquerade 2, I think. I'm not entirely confident on the game. But Astrid is really cool. And just a really cool, awesome person. So, like, go show her some love. Anyway, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow.